Hey, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Um, I wanted to talk about three things, and it's probably something a lot of people don't even realize that they're doing. Um, in the case of when you go and get a job, or it could also be in the event of where you leave one job to go to another job where you might, and I use the word might, think that you're earning more money per hour. Something that people have a difficulty understanding. If you have a job, let's say about 15 minutes away from where you live, and you're making, let's just say, $14 an hour. But then you have a job where you have to go 35 minutes out, another, you know, 20 minutes out from where you actually live, and you're earning 16.50, even 17. But something you have to factor in. One thing, you've got transit time to go out there to go to this job. So by the time you factor in the fuel cost to go to that job, are you really making more money? Because you, in a way, you actually are not. Consider how much the price of gas is per gallon, today. Also, factor this in. You've got daycare. Yeah, you've got daycare. Then you got to drop your kids off, while you're at work. That's another expense. And I'm not really sure how much daycare can run these days, but I know that can run you some money. So you got to factor that in. And then this one right here, probably one most people don't think about, is when it comes to a certain type of clothing you have to wear for the job. Is it casual? Is it just something basic? Is it a t-shirt and a pair of jeans? Is it, you know, because that can go from something minor to something, pretty high up. Or so you got to factor in, then you got to factor in if you have to have any type of special clothes, uniform, or whatever it is that you have to have in order to do that job. So when you factor that in, you're at one job making 14 an hour. You're doing good. But then if you come over here making the 16.50 or even 17, when you factor all that in, you're probably more or less making less per hour at the new job than you are at your previous job. Honestly, between looking for that other job making 17, 16.50 versus where I'm at currently, I wouldn't leave if I'm happy. I think it would be foolish because then you got to go and factor in all that money. It's more of an extra expense that you have to lay out to start a new job. Now, if the job was considerably more per hour, let's say 22, 23, $25 an hour, a $10 an hour jump, which is pretty rare, few far between. That's not saying it couldn't happen. Then you might be in a different situation. Then it might work out. Then I can see where maybe that might play in and it work out as a benefit. But in order for me to consider leaving one job that I know is good, not far from where I live, I know that I'm happy there, all is good, to go to a different job, that would have to be considerably better and worth my while to leave to go over there to work. Um, this is a video. I've never done a video of this typed before this specific topic. Um, I'm hoping, if any of you might be considering doing that, definitely keep the thought in mind. Is it really worth the time and trouble of leaving one job that you're currently at to go to another? Well, anyways, I hope all of you have a great rest of your weekend and have a good week. And or we um, will see you back here next time.